Hey everybody, welcome to my channel. It's Rachel of Gathered Plans. I have this beautiful February 2023 mystery kit. It is a strawberry kit and it's stunning. If you guys watched the haul where I hauled this, I could not stop geeking out about how beautiful this was, and I just loved all of the small tiny little strawberry elements and clip art pieces. The colors are just perfect, like strawberry shortcake. It was just the cutest thing in the entire world. And I also wanted to pair the Paper Trail Plans deco sheets. They have amazing deco sheets. They are so filled up with it's a full kit page filled with the best kinds of florals in my opinion. And there were a bunch of tiny strawberries which I loved, and I really just loved the contrast of the darker florals and deco to the lighter ones that came with the kit. And I also preferred some of the individual florals in the way the bouquets laid in the Paper Trail Plans one as well. So I was really glad that I did have that. And I found myself struggling and not using as many of the bouquets that came with the kit, but instead more of the small individual pieces, like individual flowers and leaves and then strawberries. But with the Paper Trail Plans, I pretty much used everything, which I really loved, and I was really happy to be able to implement them. I also loved the ink stroke, the alcohol ink swatch, sorry, that I pulled in also from Paper Trail Plans. They're beautiful. This is probably going to go out before I get a chance to do a haul, I think. I went ahead and filmed a Paper Trail Plans Happy Mail just to include in a haul, and I didn't want to, use it and then not haul it. So you'll probably see me talk about this a little bit more in a sticker haul, but love this. I've been so inspired to do alcohol ink strokes and swatches up here in the day cover section. Tay has been killing it with this. She was the first person I saw use alcohol ink swatches before a bunch of shops started releasing them as add-ons. And then I think Rose Colored Days was her main one she was using them from. And since then I've just seen a lot of people playing around with these alcohol ink swatches, and they're just beautiful. They're on transparent matte paper, so it gives you a little bit of color. And I will say it's really hit or miss for some kits that have really light colors, because if you end up getting the alcohol ink swatches on transparent matte paper, sometimes they're too light that you don't really see anything, or it's not drastic enough to make a difference in my opinion. I noticed that a little bit with the piece alcohol ink swatches from Miss and Meow when I used them in my recent Plan With Me. Nothing wrong with it, but they're definitely lighter colors, whereas these ones from Paper Trail Plans are so much more saturated. So just be mindful of that if you are planning to implement alcohol ink swatches. Be mindful of the kinds of colors in the kit, because if it is a lighter kit, you might not even see the color of the swatch, and it might just be so light that it doesn't really do anything. That's just my opinion. Personally, if you want to still use them, I recommend maybe getting them on white paper, because I think they print a lot darker on white paper versus a transparent matte paper, but they will be thicker and bulkier because you're going to be layering with them versus the transparent matte. It's just really dependent on what the give and take, right? What you prefer, what you want and don't want, etc. So all things to consider when using them. These are just kind of a little bit of the 2 cents I've picked up since using them and playing around with them. I love to incorporate them in the day by day as well. They're just really fun and nice to pull in as an extra color in the background, so you're not just playing with just a plain white column. It's really nice, and they're not thick, so it doesn't end up getting bulky. And then it's also very forgiving to lift other it's easy and forgiving to lift white premium matte paper off of the transparent matte paper. So with that being said, I put down the date covers and the bottom washi. As always, the bottom washi I pulled in a fence from the Pretty Pink Co. They're so cute. I just loved the idea of pulling in a fence. I felt like it was just so appropriate with this kind of picnic, garden, strawberry fields kind of kit. And then with the day cover section, I went all out. I wanted to use everything, and I really wanted to throw everything on the page in this spread, just because I loved every single thing that came with this kit and all the add-ons that I pulled in. So yeah, as Lauren would say, maximalist kind of, is that the term? Yeah, I just pretty much went all out. So I used the floral washi trim at the top with the day cover section. I also pulled this inspo from Lauren by using the swatches that came with the kit to use as a little bit of a background color for the days of the week. And then also just put the numbers right above the days and just played around with the clip art pieces. I was trying really hard not to use the same clip art pieces on the same pages of the full boxes that have the same clip art design. But like, for example, I didn't want to use a dress on the first half of the week and then use the dress full box on the same week or same half of the week. So I tried to be mindful about that, but it is what it is. Like on Tuesday, I ended up using the pancakes full box, and then there's a stack of pancakes clip art on the first half. So I try my best, but sometimes with clip art and these kinds of like kits, you end up kind of showing and reusing the same things throughout the entire spread. So I just tried my best to make it look balanced, is essentially what I'm trying to say. And then here I did my horizontal or sideways sidebar. I'm obsessed with it. It is so stinking cute. I love it so, so much. The gingham like picnic pattern, the pink torn paper there, I love it so much. And then I wanted to use one of the green alcohol ink swatches. Oh my gosh, can we have a shorter name for this? Just add some of that green and then the large floral, and then of course all the large clip art pieces. They turned out so adorable. And then I'm going to use a Pretty Pink Co. Dainty Dot washi to outline the sidebar. I'm also pulling in this super cute like scallop and dotted line divider from Sadie Stickers. It's been one of my favorites. You guys have heard me talk about it time and time again. The divider style is on my freebie. That's how much I love it. So here I am putting the Pretty Pink Co. Dainty dotted divider. Lauren got me hooked on these, and I'm constantly trying to stay stocked up on them because I use them all the time. But I did kind of go back and forth on using light gold and traditional like gold, just because I feel like my collection has a combination of both, and I don't really particularly shop. Actually, no, I do particularly shop just traditional gold because I find that it just really varies from shop to shop, and I don't go out of my way to purchase light gold. I know some people do just depending on their preference, but I don't mind mixing both of them. Okay, so here I am putting down the full boxes as well as this really beautiful lace washi trim that came with the kit. I love this addition to Sadie Stickers kits. They're so beautiful and just adds a little bit of a design and color. It's just really nice and pretty, and it ties in all of the boxes and designs with this kind of lace design. I said design 20 times in one sentence. It's just really nice because it ties everything in. And that oil mark you see on my paper, I put not essential oil, I put cuticle oil on my nails. Usually I'll do like lotion and cuticle oil right before I film, and some got on the page. So that was no bueno. I try not to have really dry hands and nails or cuticles. I feel like it looks, you're literally staring at my hands while I'm filming, and it's just hard to it's hard to avoid it because it's clear as day. Like if you see it and you see that if I have crusty cuticles, nobody wants to see that, you know? This next clip is pretty funny. Oh shit. I want to explain the previous clip. So that was a clip that was happening in real time, and I kept the audio because I found it so funny. It was storming. There was like a thunderstorm. Jace was under me because he hates thunder and he hates fireworks, all of the noises. It scares him. So he was under my desk while I was filming, and you guys could see like the lights flickering because of course the power was going out. And yeah, excuse my language, but I found that so funny. And then my little sister, I'm pretty sure she was in the bathroom showering, which is the bathroom or the room adjacent to my planner room and where I film. And I just found it so funny that she started screaming because the power went out in the middle of her showering. But anyways, I thought that was hilarious. So there's been so much rain in the past week and a half, it feels like, and it's been like a lot of rain, like just nonstop thunderstorming. I feel like April, just visited us several months late, but that's fine. Um, but yeah, so that's just basically what's been happening, and I just found it really, really funny. I wanted to keep the clip in there. Sorry if it was a little bit too loud because I was playing music. I usually play music while I'm filming just because I enjoy it, and I can't lower the background noise, otherwise you wouldn't have heard me or my sister. But yeah, so I wanted to keep that for funsies. Hopefully that was funny and made somebody laugh. So, all right, on Monday, as I was saying, it was Memorial Day, and I did a bunch of meal prepping this day. Greg and I we were pretty good at meal prepping before we went to Pennsylvania. I think, when did we go to Pennsylvania? The first week of July for like the 4th of July weekend. And this is when we were starting to like really get into it, and like pretty much all of June we were consistently meal prepping. And we usually will meal prep like 4 to 5 meals at a time, and we'll do like 2 different meals because we always make our own breakfast. So we'll have like lunch and dinner, and then sometimes we still, go out and eat or whatever the case may be. But it's just nice to have prepped meals in the fridge that we just grab. We never were the type initially to do like Tupperware meal preps where you like individually separate all of your meals. I did that a lot in college and a little bit after college. And then I found that I was just, wasting food, and I just wasn't in the mood for it. So for a long time, we would just normally make a bunch of vegetables and like a carb and a protein, and just put them in larger Tupperware, and then, take out what we wanted and then heat that up. But we have been like really good about just doing individual containers. And I just got, inspired to do it again and just motivated to do it again. And it's been working really well because it really does help with like portion control, and you just grab it and you heat it up and you're good, and you don't have to worry about extra dishes and cooking and whatever. And don't get me wrong, we still enjoy and love cooking, but meal prepping is a huge feat and it is a lot to do in a day. So it took up like all of our pretty much all day Monday, since it was a holiday. We just did that. And then, like I said, we usually do 4 to 5 meals amongst both of us. So what we end up having to do is like having to meal prep again in the next couple of days. So you'll see, like, I'm pretty sure on Sunday we meal prepped again. So it's pretty great. So I don't know why I went on a tangent about meal prepping there. Sorry for that. All right. So after meal prepping, we wanted to treat ourselves and we got ice cream. And then Greg made a Russian dish called borscht. I'm probably gonna say that wrong. I'm butchering it. I know I am, and he's gonna correct me. But he has been learning Russian, and he's been learning it on an app called Duolingo, I think is how you pronounce it, and he's been doing really great. So trying to learn a language of his heritage, right? So it's really cool. And he made that with my sister, so that was really fun. It's a very beautiful, bright colored, like it's pink. It's a bright colored soup, and it's usually traditionally served cold, which I didn't think I would like it, but it's pretty good. And you put a little bit of yogurt or like Greek yogurt, and it's pretty good. You can have it hot or cold, I guess, but I don't know. I don't know if I have a preference. I've just never really been into like cold soups, but I found that interesting. He made a ton, so it lasted us for a long time on top of the regular meal prep that we had. So we had a ton of food. Okay, so then we also played Mexican Train that night and then watched the movie Ted, which was such a throwback and even funnier watching it this time around, just, being more grown and hearing the same jokes, but understanding them a little bit better. Okay, so Tuesday, there was so much rain. It was crazy, but I loved what I did with the umbrella. I just wanted it to look like there was rain coming from like the back of the umbrella, with just like using some dot accents and florals and the strawberries. Kind of reminded me of like Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs. I thought that was really adorable. So I will have any excuse to use an umbrella in my spreads because I love the umbrellas and rain boots from White Deer Stationery. They're just so adorable. And then took Jace on 2 walks and then had 3 meetings this day. I really adored the like arch strawberries that came with the kit. It was kind of like the strawberries growing on the vine or the stem, and then it just created this really pretty arch sticker that's like the floral piece, and I really enjoyed that. I had so much fun pulling that in and adding that on top of icons, on top of boxes. It just had this perfect flow about it that was really, really fun to work with. And then, oh, on Tuesday, we didn't finish meal prepping. Gosh, I didn't realize how much we meal prepped this week. But we meal prepped, I think, just one meal on Monday, and then we wanted to finish the other meal on Tuesday. And then I had time to plan, which was really nice. And then I did a leg workout and cardio. So I used the Converse that came with the kit, and they're just like so adorable and the perfect size. I think they're so cute. I really want to ask White Deer Stationery to make like Converse or like specific tennis shoe icons that are in different colorways. I think that would look so cute. All right, so Wednesday, you can't see this quite yet because I haven't written it down yet. I usually, on Wednesdays and Sundays, I will usually put all my stickers down before I write, just because the coil is in the way on Wednesday, and on Sunday, there's like the edge of the planner. So I try to wait till I put all my stickers down before I do write anything down. So Wednesday, I just had a bunch of cuddles in the morning with Jace, which is not very common. Like Jace is not the big, like, he's not a big cuddle dog. Like he will every once in a while. And the older he's getting, he's actually gotten so much more into cuddling, which I find so sweet. But I just like to savor them, and I really do want to mark them down, because when I say cuddles, like we will lay down for like an hour together and just snuggle, and it's the sweetest thing. And then we went on 2 walks with him, and then I had 4 meetings, did cardio, back and biceps this day as well. And then we grabbed cold noodles at our favorite spot and then had boba as well. So, yeah, I hate when I like see that I go out after I just meal prepped a ton, but sometimes I just don't want to eat my meal prep. And I'm pretty sure this was the first week we had meal prepped, and I was just like, okay, I want something else outside of like the thing I've been eating like all the time, which that's just me being a spoiled brat. Like I I just also can't help that I have cravings. So need to be mindful of that. But we have gotten significantly better. I'm very proud of us because we went to Pennsylvania June 30th and just for like the 4th of July weekend and coming back like and doing like meal prepping and getting back on schedule, which is so tough after traveling because when you're traveling, you're like constantly eating out and it's hard to really pack and bring your own stuff, especially if you don't have a kitchen, if you don't have access to a kitchen and all your usual supplies. It's just really challenging. So we were very happy to come back home like this past weekend. What days was that? I don't know. Fourth, fifth, sixth. I think the seventh. Yeah, the eighth and the ninth. It was nice to basically just have time to meal prep and get back on track. So that we've been really good on. We meal prepped a like spaghetti pasta, like a healthier, lower carb, like higher protein with tons of vegetables. Like all of these meals have packed vegetables. And then the second meal we did a curry, like chicken curry over rice. So it's been really nice. And again, both have a ton of veggies like spinach. And then there's green beans and carrots and bell peppers. It's just been nice to have like the extra volume and tons of veggies, so getting our nutrients, which is really good. So on Thursday, just wanted to mark Hello June. And so this has been like a topic of conversation in other Plan With Me lives I've done with my planner friends. And I specifically remember talking to Tay and Lauren about this. Do you guys like if it's a week of where there's like a change of the month, do you use the new month for the month section of your weekly spread or do you use the month that is ending? What I usually do is I will use the script of the month that's ending and then I'll use like a hello June for example here that's midweek as like to indicate the new month coming in, but I don't want to just disregard like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday that we're still in May. And in that, so, and for that, I end up being able to use both May and June versus using 2 Junes, if that makes any sense. I hope I explained that well. I just know that people do it differently. So I'm really interested to hear what you guys have to say and what the planning style that you have. So let me know in the comments below. Also, been super obsessed with using these like lace dividers from the Gathered Layers and Panda Bird Design Collection. I use them pretty much every day or every other day, and I just love the way they look. I think they paired with this kit so nicely. They're very like girly and feminine, and I just feel like it matched like the little frills on the dress on Friday. So I think it turned out really cute. You'll see a little bit when I go down on the page here. You'll see that little flourish I used on Thursday and several of the other days. Had a Starbucks run. I wanted to just use the little macaroon for that, and then had some time to plan and trained cardio, shoulders, and abs. And then also this was the main reason I wanted to use this strawberry kit for this week. Unfortunately, we missed strawberry season, like we didn't go and do strawberry picking, but I specifically remember just buying a ton of strawberries, or were in season, and then a lot of our local grocery stores had strawberries on sale. So I just remembered making a strawberry matcha refresher at home, and honestly, it was so good. I actually liked it better than what I've gotten at like Starbucks or other stores because one, I know what ingredients I'm putting in it myself, and it just I could control like the sweetness and all that good stuff. But I have like boba straws that are like thicker straws, and it was delicious because I just use a muddler to kind of squish yeah, to whatever to basically get the strawberries to kind of like a pureed chunky consistency, and that was really delicious. I made one for my sister and myself, and it was so good. So that was the main reason I wanted to use this kit because I didn't want to waste the opportunity to use it since I didn't go strawberry picking, and I do try to have my kits match the plans as much as possible, which, it's not going to happen all the time, but it is nice when it does. And I try to be very mindful of how I pair my kits to the plans that happen that week. So let me know if you do that too, or if you just don't care and you just, you don't think about it that hard and you just like a kit and you want to use it. Sometimes I do that too. Especially if I have a very mundane, kind of boring week, which is a lot of times most of my weeks because, again, routine and work and it's just life. But whenever I do get the opportunity to use specific kits that are very unique, I do try to make sure it matches, and I think that's really, really fun. Okay, so on so on Friday, I took the day off, which was cute, and I wanted to use these heart sunglasses, and I'm glad I used them on the second half because I ended up using the larger one in the day cover section on the first half. I took the day off because I had a tattoo appointment that day, and then took Jason on a walk, of course, before, and the tattoo appointment was pretty much all day from like 12 to 6 or 7. And yeah, it was a long, long day. And then I'm pretty sure I only took a half day though because my appointment was at 12, but I didn't have like a half day sticker, so I just put day off. Also, we had takeout for dinner this night. Again, so bad. We had so many meal preps, and clearly I was just still eating out, but that's fine. That happens, right? Okay, and then we watched Succession. I think this was the first time. I don't know because I've been jumping around in my plans. I'm not sure if this was the first time we started watching it, but I kind of fell off the wagon from it a little bit just because some of the characters really annoy me, and I don't know. I I don't want to spoil it for people that have never watched it either. So I just won't say anymore. I want to get back into it, but I just haven't really had time or any interest to jump right back into it. I'm the kind of person, if I'm going to watch a show, I want to sit there and binge all of it. Like I have no chill, and the moment I step away, I know I'm not going to make time to watch it again. That's just how I function. I don't know why. It's so bad. It's so, so bad. But okay. All right. So, what day is that? Saturday, slept in, which is very rare, but it's becoming more common for me, I guess, now, which is nice because I'm allowing myself to do that more. And then I pretty much cleaned all day and took Jason on 2 walks, and then we just made some chicken sandwiches for dinner, and probably because we had, like, extra chicken meal prep, and I don't know my reason, this was so long ago, but I'm trying to make myself feel better, okay? Saturday, there was really nothing going on, so I was just trying to fill in the space with, like, larger stickers and did a ton of layering just to, you know, mark the 4 measly little things that I did. Alright, Sunday, had some time to plan in the morning, which is my favorite thing to do on a weekend morning, and then use that same divider, which I love. It's so cute. If you can see it side by side with the little dress, I feel like it just pairs so nicely. We went grocery shopping and then did a leg workout and cardio, and then meal prepped again for the next coming week. So it was nice that we ended up having the previous Sunday to just chill and not meal preps since Memorial Day was Monday, and we just ended up using that day to meal prep instead. But we do try to meal prep on Sundays just so that, you know, we can enjoy Saturday and then Sunday night and then, have be prepared for the week to come. So that is everything. I'm just capping off the bottom parts of the columns here with the Pretty Pink Co. dainty dividers. Here are the leftover stickers. I have a ton of stickers left, and as you can probably see, I ended up using mostly floral and deco pieces from the Paper Trail Plans deco add-on. So it was so good. I love how this turned out. It is so, so gorgeous, and just I had so much fun planning this week. It really just reinvigorated my love for planning again. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope that you enjoyed it. Please do not forget to like and subscribe. I hope you're doing well, and I will talk to you next time. Bye, everyone.